Johnjay and Rich. Give us a call at 877-937-1047. Shoot us a text. Text JJR, whatever you want to put in the text, to 96893. On Sunday, we dropped our couples therapy podcast. It was Kyle and her husband, Fish. I finished listening to it yesterday. I listened to the whole thing. I really, really, really enjoyed your podcast.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, and there was a couple of things that happened, like the magic of radio sometimes, or the intimacy of a podcast or radio. At one point, her husband actually started talking to me, and I was like, oh, it was the weirdest feeling, because he was coming up with ideas, because they were talking about how many people have seen Kyle's face without makeup since 7th grade, which is hilarious conversation.
He said you will. I bet you can count on one hand, is what he said, right? It can't be that many.
Yeah, it's small, but then he goes, at one point he goes, he just his brain shifts. He goes, Johnjay, here's an idea. Pictures of Kyle's face for preset, right? Because we were doing the preset picture contest thing. And you see Kyle's face with no makeup, and then Kyle's like, no, I don't think so. And I laughed out loud. And then I texted Kyle. I go, hey, when Fish says, and I don't know if you understood what I was saying, because you go.
I didn't, because I didn't know you were listening. It was like a text came with no context at all from Johnjay, and it said, Fish, no makeup pics, genius. And I'm like, sure, Fish can post pictures of himself with no makeup.
And then I was
great.
like, no. I go, no, fool. And then I was going to explain. I was like, I'll just wait till tomorrow. But it was because he's because we've been doing the preset thing. What is it, the contest we're doing? Jennifer Lopez. And then on Unfugged Feet, we were doing something there, pool picks for preset, asking people to make the preset of 104.7 Kiss FM, Johnjay and Rich on demand, and Johnjay and Rich afterwards. And he was like, you tell everyone you can see a picture of Kyle's face if you do the preset. It was just really funny. It's on the podcast. I highly recommend the podcast.
It's hilarious. It's not happening.
No, I know it's not happening. I know it's not. Oh, my God. I would never do anything like that, ask you to do something like that. But, and then you got into your vacation, which is your favorite family vacation or favorite vacation. And you said, before kids, because he was very adamant about, I feel like a groupie right now. But he was talking about how his favorite vacation when you guys did before you had kids, right? And he was talking about, he goes, I don't even know if you can go there with kids, which was that place called Explore. Then you went.
I was like, of course.
No, you went, Explore. And I wanted to I was talking to the podcast. I was like, I've been there with kids.
It's amazing.
You can go there with kids. I'm talking to the podcast by myself. So then my wife and I, Blake and I, we are doing the podcast that drops this Sunday, and I happened to be in a situation where I needed to do it last night. So her and I taped our podcast yesterday, and one of the questions, I think it was the same person, asked about our vacation, our favorite vacation too. And it was funny, I don't remember my wife's. Oh yeah, she said we rented an RV and went through Yellowstone. For me, my favorite vacation, and you can hear this in the podcast on Sunday, was when we stay home.
Of course.
Well,
that's a lot like
that.
that.
You got food, you got TV, and no responsibilities. That's your favorite thing ever.
That's my favorite. Yeah. And then the couples podcast that drops Sunday is going to be a little bit different because, first of all, there might be a video component because we shot it all on video.
Oh, that's cool.
With 4 different cameras. Secondly, I got messages on Instagram from listeners that asked questions. And I just screenshot them and sent them to Kemp. And Kemp was the host of the podcast.
Oh, that's really cool.
So he was asking her and I questions. And then he was like, hey, here's a question, but don't be gross. And the question was what do we do to stay attracted to each other?
Poor guy. So he had to hear that.
I'm trying to be traumatized. I don't really want to ask my parents this question, but I'm going to be a good sport anyway.
It was fun. I can't wait for you guys to listen to it. It's going to drop Sunday. So it's on the Johnjay Rich on demand right now where you can listen to Kyle and Fish. You got to scroll down because we have yesterday's show on there. And speaking of your face, because you were talking a lot about Jamie Comstock on the podcast.
I was.
Now, she's one of the only people recently that have seen Kyle without makeup. And she runs the place called the Comstock, which is named after her. And they do Botox, they do all kinds of. I go there, you go there, a lot of people go there.
Yeah, and I was there yesterday because we have a photo shoot. I don't know if you know this, but I texted Jamie a week ago, and I was like, can you get me in anytime soon? Because my face, the skin's hanging off the bones. It's just sagging. And she's like, oh my gosh, yeah, let's get you in. And I come in yesterday and she's like, I think you're being a little dramatic. And I'm like, I don't think so. Look at this. I'll post the video. I haven't posted the video yet. It was kind of a crazy day yesterday. But so I did do Botox, which I've been doing forever. I love Botox. A big fan of Botox. Been open about that. But I did something yesterday that, I really haven't been into filler in my face. I just think some people, sometimes it changes the way you look. And I don't really want to change the way I look. I just want to pause the
Preserve
aging
it.
process.
Which
if
you
will.
have done. You've gone backwards, actually.
Well, that's nice. I don't agree with you, but thank you. But there is a filler that's like a filler, but a non-filler. It's called Sculptra. And basically, they put it in as if it's a filler, and then it dissolves and it stimulates the natural collagen in your face to, like, you know, revitalize everything. So that's what I got done yesterday, where I'll, like, I'm sagging a little bit
So
over
your
here.
face should look fuller today.
It does. It's a little bit swollen, which is okay because I think by tomorrow it should be down, hopefully.
Did you get any of the salmon DNA to put on afterwards?
No, I did not. No,
Does she
I
have
heard
that?
you did that recently,
You
right,
did the
Rich?
salmon DNA?
Yeah, well, I just did a facial and they put it on.
With
And
the salmon, like the stuff? Like
Yeah.
the,
yeah, after they do whatever they do. I don't know exactly what my facial was because, you know, Stacey just tells me what to do, my wife, and then I just do whatever they say. But she said afterwards, she's like, we're going to use the salmon DNA. So they put it on and it feels really good. But I don't know exactly what it was, you know, repairing per se.
I'm not sure. I know a lot of celebrities have done that one.
But they
I
say
just
it's
did
supposed to-
arnica gel afterwards so that
Arnica
I could
gel.
not bruise.
But you can kind of feel it kind of tingly a
you
little
did
bit
the
afterwards.
salmon, like the salmon, like the swimmers, the
Yeah,
things.
it's the salmon
Wow.
stuff.
It probably is like the omega-3, like how you would take like a fish oil pill. It probably just does
That
it,
would
but
make sense.
on the outside.
But I only
Oh,
did
that-
it that one time, like after the facial stuff.
You mean like you think they break the pill open and rub it on your face?
Probably something like
Oh,
I'm sure
I have
it's
a visual
probably
of the salmon being all.
extracted.
Ew, ew.
They got a
I don't
fish
think
there.
they do that. I think they probably extract it medically.
Yeah, I like it my way better.
What if that's your
How
job?
do they do that? I mean,
I don't know.
I don't want to get into it.
I will not be doing any research on that.
You don't want to ask how the sausage is made ever. Just have the sausage.
Exactly. Exactly.
Anyway, so here's the deal. The podcast, Kyle and Fish, husband and wife couples therapy podcast, is on Johnjay and Rich on demand right now, wherever you get podcasts. And Kyle, what do you got coming up? 3 things you need to know.
Turns out how you get to work, like your method of transportation, can affect your brain. I'll tell you how next with Johnjay and Rich.
Woke up with a new day.
Johnjay and Rich are live on the free iHeartRadio app.
Kyle, let's get the 3 things we need to know.
California is taking Trump to court, accusing him of illegally deploying the state's National Guard during these crazy LA protests without the governor's okay. And now they want the deployment blocked ASAP. Now, apparently, how you commute affects your brain health. If you want to protect your brain, ditch the Uber and hop on a bike. Studies have shown cycling lights up your brain way more than passive travel. Walking is a close second. If you can bike or walk to work, that's going to help your brain the most. They found even driving on your own is better for your brain than public transport. Basically, when you're in public transport, your brain's on snooze fest. Like, you can just completely zone out. And it's not really about like exercise and whatnot, although that's important. They say it's about keeping your brain socially and mentally engaged.
So
When
walking,
you're driving in traffic, you got to watch out. You got to be engaged.
what you say, walking's the best? Or bike?
Cycling is the best.
Okay.
Walking is a close second.
Okay.
Now, you may have been born to be brilliant if you were born on the following days. Apparently, people born on the 1st, the 5th, the 14th, and the 22nd of any month are believed to be intellectually gifted.
Really?
Each date brings different strength, from leadership and curiosity to logic and big picture thinking. 1st, 5th, 14th, and 22nd, if you're born on those days, you are brilliant.
My mom's an August 5th. So she's a smart lady. She does know best always. She's never wrong.
See, that's interesting because my daughter's a 22nd, and I'm like, she is smart.
Yeah, she
Dang
is.
it. Dang it.
Both those young ladies are smart.
And that's 3 things you need to know.
We got Diamondback tickets. We're giving away every day for Father's Day this week. Also, Jesse J tickets. First, though, we're going to get the horoscopes. Peyton, what is the vibe for horoscopes today?
I'm going to tell you the petty way that you seek revenge on people.
Jessica, happy birthday.
Good morning. Thank you, Johnjay.
It's her birthday. She's a Gemini.
Happy birthday. Okay, Geminis, this is how you get your petty revenge. You flirt with their friends, you casually mention that you're over it like 12 times, and then you dropped a bunch of cryptic, one of those like Instagram stories where you're like, loyalty is rare, just to stir the pot. You've already moved on, but you will still emotionally confuse people for sport.
Got it. Plotting. Got it.
What are you doing today for your birthday?
Thank you. I'm working, and then we're going to hibachi.
Oh, fun. Always delish.
Yay.
All right, have a
Yeah.
great day, Jessica. Happy birthday. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much. Bye, guys.
Cody, what's up? What's your sign?
I'm a Capricorn.
Okay, Capricorns, this is how you get your petty revenge. Your revenge is just success. You quietly level up, you get promoted or something, you make sure that they see your LinkedIn pop off, and you won't say anything, but your glow and your income will scream it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sounds right.
Thanks, Cody.
Thank you.
Booba. Kim, good morning. What's your sign?
I'm a Libra.
Just like Kyle. Okay, Libras, how you guys get your petty revenge? You just hit them with kindness so icy that it hurts. You'll post a perfectly curated picture with someone hotter and then throw in the hope you're well for psychological damage.
Ooh.
Revenge, you don't do that. You just give aesthetically devastating vibes to them.
That is so mean.
That is the best revenge.
It is, isn't it? Great. Thanks, guys. You made my day.
Bye,
Thanks, Kim. How about for Pisces?
Yeah, Rich is our Pisces in the room. Rich, you get petty revenge by writing some emotional poem. You cry once, and then you post a montage of you dramatically moving on with like a Lana Del Rey soundtrack playing in the background. People feel your revenge like a soft, salty wave.
That's hilarious.
Yep, hits them out of nowhere.
How about Leos?
Leos, we give petty revenge. We seek revenge by living our best life, but we do it out loud. So we'll post every win like it's the Met Gala, and then we'll casually make sure that their friends are commenting you're glowing. We're not mad. We're just booked and busy.
How about Virgos?
Johnjay is a Virgo. So for Virgo, you guys get petty revenge. Your revenge is so organized, it's actually kind of terrifying. You return every item that they left at your place in a labeled bag and then send a screenshot folder of receipts that they didn't even know existed. Then you just disappear.
I was watching this show on Netflix. It's called Tires. It stars Shane Gillis, and it's season 2 dropped. Pretty funny show, but there's an episode. It's a small storyline, but he annoys people. He gets revenge on somebody. He puts a loose cricket in their office.
Oh my gosh.
And so you know what it's like when you hear a cricket, you can't find it.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, so I thought, that is good petty
Pretty
revenge. Yeah. All right, for you to get your sign, they're all posted on our website, johnjaneandrich.com. 1047 Kiss FM, Johnjay and Rich, the text line. You text JJR, whatever's on your mind, to 96893. You text us. We might read your text on the air. We might just call you. Jamie sent us a text. Great story to tell. Good morning, Jamie.
Hi. How are you doing?
Good. Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
So what's your story?
Yes. I am a little flustered. I'm literally sitting in my car right now. I had this interview for this job, and I was just so mortified that I felt like I had to reach out to you guys. So halfway through the interview, I had these perfectly rehearsed answers. I was going so good, but then my stomach started growling like really loud. And I tried to keep really calm, but then it let out like the most embarrassing noise that I have ever heard in my life. And the person interviewing me, he stopped and he paused what he was saying, and then he asked me, "So are you hungry or do you need to go to the bathroom?" And I like literally feel like I'm going to die. Yeah, I'm going to die.
You know, there's one good thing about it is that they'll remember you.
That is
You're going to
true.
stand out.
How
As a,
unnecessary for him to like
I
bring it
know.
up, though.
Like, I feel like that's an awkward thing that you just shouldn't bring up.
Just
why
don't
draw
say
attention?
anything.
Seriously, though, it was so loud. Like, I don't even blame him for bringing it up because it was like the strangest noise I've ever heard. Like, I've never heard myself make that noise before.
So it didn't come out of your mouth. It was just your tummy gargling?
It was just my stomach, like just a really loud noise.
I feel like, Rich, that happens to you a lot.
yeah, I make noises. I make noises that no other people. I have this thing that I've done my whole life, and nobody else seems to do it. It's like in the middle of a hiccup and a burp. And when you try to hold it in, it comes out of your ears, it comes out of your nose, it comes out of your mouth, and it's a weird noise. And it sounds like a pelican. I don't know. We're all human wonders. But we did do on Life Hacks, if you want to get your stomach to stop gurgling, to push your stomach out.
Oh, that would have been good.
Yeah.
That sounds like that could backfire. So was it a job interview?
It was a job interview.
Did you get it?
Well, I don't know. I'm in the car. It just happened, so I guess we'll see. 50-50 maybe. I don't know.
What if now you have a nickname? Hey, did you interview Stomach Girl? What do you think of Stomach Girl?
Oh, that's the worst.
What do you think of Gurgle? All right. Well, Jamie, let us know. Good luck and thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Rich, what do you have for life hacks today?
This is for my service industry people. There is a hack, and it's pretty easy to getting bigger tips.
We also got Diamondback tickets for Father's Day and tickets to see Jessie J. All that's coming up. But Stacks and Hacks is next with Johnjay and Rich.
Hey, better wake up. Wake up. We're not ready.
Johnjay and Rich wake you up.
Stacks and Hacks. I got Stacks information. Rich has life hacks. According to a new report, the average American only gets 9.5 hours to themselves every month, which is about 20 minutes a day. Also, the average person paid $2,521 for a totally free day. New York Times did a story on how rich people are now doing, quote, fine water tastings. It tastes different depending on the mix of minerals. Some types go for hundreds of dollars a bottle. A recent fine water competition featured one made from mist collected in a pine forest in Tasmania.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
That was just on a reality show, wasn't it? I feel like that was on a reality show where they were doing like a fine water tasting. I don't know. I'll have to remember which one if you know what it is, Colin.
53% of people believe they'd be excellent or good at navigating the roads without turn-by-turn GPS. 72% of people claim they're very good. I'm terrible. I used to be so good at it. Now I follow it no matter what. I just go wherever GPS tells me to go. What's the worst food for grilling? There's a list trending online. One includes eggs, bacon, soft cheeses, leafy greens, and shrimp. You ever wondered what the number one pasta shape in the world is? Anyone? Have you ever wondered that?
I have.
I love pasta. It's my favorite thing to eat. Anyway,
Spaghetti is the top shape in 20 states.
It's a treat. Boiled
Penne in 17 states. Anyway, just think about that next time you order pasta. Someone started a conversation of weird things witnessed on planes after posting a photo of a passenger playing Amazing Grace on a recorder after the flight landed.
Well, I think that's nice. You got to be grateful for the landing, too.
Sure.
A flight to nowhere went from Switzerland to Greece, took 32 hours because it got rerouted, made 5 landings at different airports before returning to where it started.
What a nightmare.
That sucks. The best city for a staycation. Anyone? Nope. Cincinnati.
That's
Really?
random.
A list of movies to watch with your dad on Father's Day include Raising Arizona, The Godfather, Parenthood, Finding Nemo, and Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams is a good dad show.
A video went viral of the owner of the Breaking Bad house. Did you see this? Do you guys see it?
Mm-mm.
So the Breaking Bad house, it's in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and it's where Walter White lived. And it got really famous because someone threw the whole pizza on the roof of the house. And so people go by there all the time to take pictures of the house.
Like me, because I'm not a Jack Foreman.
Yeah, get him, Joanne. Get him, Joanne.
Have you seen anything else but Breaking Bad stuff since you've been here? You can take a picture from that corner. Do not get close. And no tripod, no nothing. Just quick snap and leave. One picture, then you go.
She's spraying people with a hose to get them away from there. She bought the house a while ago. She put it on the market for $4 million. It's still for sale.
That's like a scene in Ginny and Georgia.
I know. I was thinking that same part. That's so funny.
Are these the best dads in movie history? They did a whole report asked for the best dads in movies. Take a guess. What do you think's number?
Darth Vader.
No, he's number 15.
What about Simba's dad?
Mufasa?
Mufasa.
Yeah, he'd be a good dad.
Nope.
What about Robin Williams, Mrs. Doubtfire?
Yes.
Oh,
He
good.
is up there. He is. I just saw him. Where's he? Daniel Hillard. He's number 3. Number 2 is Clark Griswold, Chevy Chase in the Vacation series. And the number 1 best dad in movie history is Liam Neeson in Taken.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to come
I
get
will
you.
find you.
What do you got for life hacks, Rich?
If you're in the service industry, you should know about this because there is a tip to getting better tips. If you're a waitress, just doodling a smiley face on the check can boost your tip by 9%. However, that does not work if you are a man server. In fact, you will get 4% less if you're a man server. Isn't that interesting? They say you should not do that if you're a guy, but if you're a girl, you should do that. I noticed on my coffee cup today, I have both a smiley face and a have a something day rich. I can't tell what that says, but it's,
We'll post it on Instagram. We'll do
Let
a
me see.
poll and see what
Have
people
a-
think.
What does that look like it says? Guava day?
Gorilla.
Gorilla Day?
Gorilla.
Have a Gorilla Day.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Isn't that weird? We got to post to find out what they were trying to. Maybe there's a hidden message in here. Maybe I'm supposed to save somebody at the drive-thru.
Couple text messages real quick. You can text us. You text JJR and then whatever you want to say in the text to 96893. How do I win Diamondback tickets? Love your show. Got to keep listening. We're doing it every day this week. We got 4 tickets to the Father's Day game. So keep listening. We'll do it. We'll probably do it tomorrow and the next day and the next day around 7:30 with some fun Father's Day stuff, you know. I think, Rich, somebody has solved the Starbucks thing. Johnjay, Rich, I'm pretty sure Rich's cup says, have a Gouda day.
Oh, like good day, but with cheese.
Gouda, yeah.
Okay. I'll take that.
Our jackpot for JLo winner sent a text. You guys are absolutely made my year. I've been a loyal listener for what feels like forever, and you truly outdo yourselves every single day. I can't wait to see Jennifer Lopez in Vegas. Thanks to you. I'm still in shock. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you guys. That's cool. That's awesome. Cool, Diana. She was awesome. Okay. Parenting, huh?
Okay, so I have a 10-year-old daughter, and she's officially a tween right now, which means she's not a teenager yet. She's in that in-between time where, like, you know, they're starting to grow into their own. They're starting to experience hormones on different levels. They're starting to become their own independent people. It's a beautiful time. And it's funny because I've had more than a few people ask me, like, oh, so how's it been? Like, are we starting to see a little bit of the teen come out yet? And I'm like, yes, we have.
Already?
And, oh, Rich, you just wait till you hear this. So my daughter, like, she's been on the show before, and she is adorable, and I love how she is completely independent, and she's a little bit sassy, and she's witty, and she's quick, and she is just the most wonderful person to be around when she's in a great mood. But lately, every once in a while, she just flips a 180 and she turns into a whole different kid. And it's scary as hell.
Like what?
So the other day, we got home and I had taken her to her friend's house. So she had all kinds of stuff in the backseat. It was 2 pairs of shoes. It was shirts. It was a purse. It was a bag. It was all kinds of things. It's me. It's what I do, right? I hoard and I have things everywhere. My car's full of stuff. But every once in a while, you got to empty it out. So I said, it's time to empty out your stuff. You got to get all your stuff out of the back of the car. And then that is what flipped the switch. So all of a sudden, she went from happy from being able to have a long day at her friend's house, having a great time, to, oh my gosh, I hate you, Mom. You're the worst person ever.
Whoa.
And she starts rolling her eyes and grabbing her stuff, dramatically. And she takes one load out of the car. And then I was like, you got some more in here. And she's like, I know. Okay, sorry. Whoa. Okay, so she comes back in and she gets the second load of stuff. And I was like, okay, there's just your water bottle or whatever, but I'll grab that for you. No big deal. And she looks at me with the evilest eyes and she slams the car door shut to the point where I'm like, geez, like, where did that power come from? This is something else. So we go about our day. Everything's fine, right? And the next time we have to get in the car, she goes to open that door. It will not open. My daughter broke my car door.
She slammed it that hard?
She slammed it so hard, that door will not open.
She-Hulk.
Will not open. So I've been using ChatGPT for basically everything. So I took to ChatGPT to ask, like, is there a way to troubleshoot this? The door won't open. I don't know if this is a common problem. And apparently there's a whole thread of parents whose kids slammed the door shut on my car and it just stays shut.
On your brand of car. So it's also
I don't know if it's just my brand of car or if this can happen to all brands of cars. I'm not totally sure. But apparently it's a thing that, like, the door can just get jammed shut.
Yeah, they don't make cars like they used to.
Oh my goodness.
I know. So with that, I'm like, okay, if this is just the tween years, I am now full on terrified, having nightmares about the teen years.
Were you like that with your mom?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, 100%.
I have a question.
What?
So I remember when I was in that age of my life and into my teenage years, I always remember my mom it got to a point where she didn't want me to go and hang out with certain girls because I came home with the nastiest attitude. So
Same.
Does it have to do with like the people that she's spending time with? Like,
I don't
is she
think
different
so.
with different friends when she comes home?
No, I don't. I think she is just different when she comes home. And it's funny because I literally told Scott that same thing. I'm like, I remember being a teenager, even a tweenager, whatever I was, going to my friend's house and thinking their house is so awesome. Everything's cool at their house. Their parents are cool. And then I get home and everything sucks. And so I'm like, I feel like maybe I can relate. I know that's maybe how she's feeling. But also now on the other end of it, how dare you?
Right.
I interviewed this guy yesterday. Yesterday, I interviewed this guy for the highly successful Johnjay podcast. Episode will be dropping soon, and he has 3 daughters, and he's got a 10-year-old, and he said he sometimes walks into her room and turns around and walks right out.
That's wise. Very wise.
There are certain times where they just do not want to have a conversation with you, and I've figured that out for myself.
Yeah.
And other times they want to hang. I just try to read the moment.
Well, I went in and talked to her afterwards, and I was like, hey, I get it. There's some times where you're just going to be angry for no reason. You're just going to feel it, and that's part of being a girl. And you know what? Down the road, once a month, that's going to be really hard to fight, but you're going to have to try it. You're going to have to try it.
I wish I could tell you it gets better, but I'm 26 and I still catch an attitude with my mom. But the thing is now I feel really bad. Anytime I'm like kind of mean to my mom, I'm like, wait, I'm sorry, you made me mean.
At least there's that.
That's true.
There's a couple texts on it. Here's a text that says, no. They go, they grow out of it. But boundaries. My kids respected my stuff. I respected theirs. Mine is required. Heck no. Slam my door in a house, in a car? No.
Oh, yeah. I mean, trust me, there was that. I was like, oh, I don't think so. I was like, get in your room. We're having a chat, which we did. But I try not to be angry. Like, I literally was walking to her room knowing that I was about to have a chat with her, and I had to just, like, breathe. Like, okay, psych yourself up here. You're the adult. Be the positive one. You're the one. There can be a lesson learned from this. Lesson instead of just being angry. I don't know if that came through in the conversation.
That's great.
So
Scary mom's okay, though, every now and then, I think, too.
As they get older, and on the guy side, because, I have 3 boys. My oldest son, Jake, he's 22. He's in Las Vegas right now for the first time. And if I was to describe his personality, he's pretty mellow. There's this beautiful, naive side to him. Like he collects Pokemon cards. He plays Monopoly with his friends. He does drink some beers. He's never been wasted to where he's thrown up, but he has gone out and gone drinking. He sees his friends puke, and he's like, I don't want that. So, and he's a pretty healthy guy. Like yesterday, I talked to him around 6:30 last night, and he was like, there's a 2-story Taco Bell here.
That sounds like you.
Right? Really awesome. Right? And I was like, oh my God, tell me about it. So he gets into the Taco Bell thing. So I'm watching him on the 360 app. So like yesterday when I got up, he was still out and about in Las Vegas. I get up very early. This morning when I got up at 3, I saw that he was in this one spot for 2 hours already. And I checked again. Well, when I checked at 4:30, it had been 2 hours. And I was like, I wonder where he is. What is that? Where is he? And I zoom in, and I zoom in, and I zoom in. And it looks like he's at some smoke shop. And I'm like, oh, man. And I'm like, is weed legal there? Is weed legal there?
Yeah, it is.
So I'm like, oh, is he smoking out with these guys? Because there's like 7 guys are all together, right? And I was like, well, it's Vegas, And I'm trying to weigh the whole, like, you go there, you're tearing it up one time. What stays Vegas? It happens to stays Vegas. And, he doesn't do that stuff here. So, have a good time, whatever. And then I zoom in more, and it looks like his phone is, like, in the parking lot. But I don't know how good the app is, right? So then I'm like, let me take a look at what this smoke lounge is. So I go to the website, strip joint.
2 hours.
Chicka wow.
I wonder if it's the one. There's this dispensary in Vegas, and it's right next to a strip club.
What's it called?
Literally, I don't know what it's called, but I've been a couple times.
But if you don't
Not to the
spend,
strip club, to the dispensary.
but you don't spend 2 hours in a dispensary, do you?
No.
Right. So
I mean, unless it's a smoke lounge and they allow you to smoke in the building, which they do in Vegas sometimes.
He was there for 2 hours, and I was like, I found the Instagram account, and it's like a hookah lounge.
Yeah, that seems like a hoot. I want to hang out with Jake and his friends.
So next time you talk to him, will you ask him about it?
Yeah, I totally would. If it goes, I even said to him, I go, hey, when you go to Vegas, it's a whole different world. It's crazy. It's partying. I go, there are things that, if you catch a show, you do some gambling. I go, the strip joints there are part of the attraction. Like they're, you see all the movies that are there. They're like beautiful. Like families go there just without their kids.
Well, the strip joints there are like Costco's. They're massive.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't been to one of those in a long time because they also take all your money.
Yeah.
You think you can save these girls. I'm telling you, I could take you out of here.
Tell me your real name. We'll be friends.
Here's my business card. I was an intern one time. When I started, I was an intern. I had a business card. My business card said Johnjay Van Ness, and it said promotions assistant. And I went to Vegas with a group of guys, went to a strip joint. It was like the most beautiful woman I've ever seen, and she was giving me all this attention. I was like, give her my card. I could take you away from all this. I had like $70.
She's like, this fool.
Sounds like she made the right move by
I gave it all to her. No, we have 3 kids now.
Oh, right.
Anyway, time to switch gears. Let's get to second date update. Hey, Ben, give us a little bit of what's up with you, man.
I had this giant crush on this girl in high school, and it took a decade, but we finally went out on a date, and it was amazing, I think, because now I'm getting ghosted.
Ooh, okay. Let's talk to Ben, get all the details, and call her and find out why she's blowing him off. Second date update starts next with Johnjay and Rich.
I wanna be next to you.
It was supposed to be the start of a beautiful relationship, but somebody screwed it all up. Second date update right now with Johnjay and Rich.
Johnjay and Rich, time for second date update. You're dating someone. You think you're going to date someone because you go out on one date. Things are going well. You never hear from them again. That's what's going on with Ben. Good morning, Ben.
Hey, good morning. Thank you guys for helping me out today.
We're going to try, man. What's your situation?
So, to be honest, I really don't get what kind of happened here. I went out with this girl, and I've actually had a crush on her since, like, high school. And we weren't really close back then, but I always thought she was, like, way out of my league, you know? And then totally random, we run into each other at the grocery store a few weeks ago, and we kind of caught up a little bit. And now that I'm older and more mature, I actually asked her out, and she said yes. So we went out to dinner. I paid for everything, open doors, the whole gentleman thing, you know. I genuinely thought it went great. Like,
we went from normal life, healthy child to acute lymphoblastic leukemia, or B-cell ALL. The St. Jude team came up to get CJ via ambulance. Shortly after that, I noticed a rainbow. It meant that there was hope. We were driving into hope. To have hope is to have your child healthy, and we have that because of St. Jude.
You can help kids fight childhood cancer. Please become a St. Jude Partner in Hope today by visiting musicgives.org.
Ditch the iron pills with that gross metallic taste and enjoy the berry flavored sweetness of Ferrosome Forte's liposomal iron sachets. Ferrosome sachets and capsules provide unmatched absorption and bioavailability by getting absorbed in the small intestine rather than the stomach. This means no more digestive side effects like constipation. Plus, absorption isn't impacted by caffeine or calcium. Visit Ferrosome.com and use code California for 25% off your order. That's Ferrosom.com, code California.
Your pathway to your purpose is at Alliant International University. Now enrolling for a degree in occupational therapy from Alliant, you'll get the skills needed to help people recover, grow, and thrive through the power of everyday action. Using a client-centered approach, elevate your career with hands-on instruction from working professionals in a hybrid course format that fits your schedule. Are you ready to step into your new life? Enroll today. Visit alliant.edu.
Ready to make a real difference? West Coast University supports that ambition with flexible online advanced degrees in nursing, healthcare, business, and more, designed for working professionals like you. Imagine the possibilities. Start today at westcoastuniversity.edu. WCU cannot guarantee employment.
we laughed a lot. It had a real conversation. It flowed. There wasn't any awkward energy, but like, she even got home, texted me like, thanks for a lovely night. And then nothing from the next day onwards, like complete ghosted, you know? Like I checked in, no reply, nothing at all. And I don't know. I know it's a part of dating, but it's just really confusing because I genuinely thought that there was a connection here. So I'm just trying to kind of figure out what could have gone wrong, what went wrong. Is she alive? Did something happen? You know?
That's a bummer. I wonder if her friends are like, you went out with Ben from high school?
Yeah,
are you crazy?
Could be.
Booger Ben?
God, no. Did you have that nickname?
How'd you guys know about that?
See, world traffic. Right. It's the internet. Everything gets out there.
But it's kind of weird, though. Like, I feel like when you reconnect with someone to just get ghosted like that. It's not very common. Like, something definitely had to happen, because it's not like you guys just matched on Tinder and you had one date and she doesn't have any connection, you know? Like, that's a little weird. For sure. So you're not off on that.
There might be this thing, though. It's like she might be thinking of the romanticness of rekindling an old thing, and she might have built up something in her head that just didn't match the expectation. That's not on you, just something she built up.
Totally. That would make sense.
Well, why don't you give us her name, and then we will call her and see why she's blowing you off.
Yeah, her name's Rochelle.
Okay. Tell you what we'll do. We'll take a quick little break. We'll get her on the phone, and then we're going to find out why she's blowing you off. How long ago was this date?
This was about 2 weeks ago now.
Okay. Hold on the line. Second date update continues next with Johnjay and Rich. 104.7 Kiss FM, Johnjay and Rich. We're in the middle of second date update. You got Ben on the line. He bumped into this girl he went to high school with. He always liked her. He always thought she was out of his league. But they were at the grocery store, bumped into her, and he said now that he's mature enough, he asked her out on a date. She said yes. They went out. They had a good time. He kissed her on the cheek, and now she's ghosting him. And he wants to know why. Am I right, Ben? Did I leave anything out?
Nope, that's that.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's call Rochelle.
Hello?
Hi, is Rochelle there?
This is she.
Hi, my name's Peyton. I'm with Johnjay and Rich, and we just wanted to talk to you on the radio really quickly this morning.
Okay.
Rochelle, we were talking to a really nice guy about a date he went on. And the girl he went on a date with is blowing him off. And we here in the studio, we went over like every scenario. We thought, well, maybe this happened. Maybe this happened. And now we're like, you know what? Maybe we could just call her and ask her. And you are the her, Rochelle. We're talking about Ben from high school.
Okay.
He said everything was great, and then you're blowing him off, so we kind of want to figure it out. Can you tell us?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess I did ghost him. I know that that's not the most mature thing to do, but honestly, like, I don't know how to say this without, like, sounding really bad. He's super sweet. Mm-hmm. And I was excited when we reconnected. But once we were on the date, there were just certain things that I couldn't unhear. Like, he kept saying espresso instead of espresso. And then, and that, you know, that just irks me, whatever. But then he also pronounced the L in salmon, like salmon.
I hear that a lot.
Are you sure he wasn't being funny? Because, like, I think I might do that just to be funny. Mm-hmm. I'll take the salmon.
No. He wasn't. Like, that's like a thing now that people say the L. It's really weird. And
yeah, I hear that.
My mom is an English professor. Like, I grew up getting quizzed on grammar at the dinner table. And so I have a really hard time with mispronunciation. And then I know that this is going to sound petty, but, like, he called Target Target like it was 2010 or something, and he didn't do anything, like, wrong, but I just don't think that we're a match at all. Like, it's not the vibe.
Wow, so I lost you over pronunciation?
Especially when you said words wrong.
Oh, hi, Ben.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So you've been listening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just kind of, reliving the date where I thought we had a really good time. We were complimenting one another all night, and then I get ghosted over a grocery store name.
Well, a couple of things.
I'm sorry. The vibe just wasn't there for me.
It's a little bit of an disappointment.
But at least he got all his omega-3s in with that salmon.
I mean, I don't say like that salmon, but like not Salomon. I'm not going there like Solomon or anything like that. But
that's the bad guy in Lord of the Rings.
All these like expensive things that tasted really bad. I didn't say anything. Like I could have been like, "Oh, that's awful."
So you were keeping score about what we ordered, like.
No, I just mean, like, if you're going to keep score of certain mispronunciations, like, you can also correct me in person, like, on the spot, actually, it's this way. And I don't know, that could have even been a fun little debate thing, but it's just like, you're roasting me on the air over salmon. Yeah, I remember.
I didn't ask to be on the radio, man.
He does have a point. Like if he said like salmon, then you would have been like, you're joking, right? You don't really say it like that, do you?
Like salmon? Did you just say salmon?
Have this conversation.
Do you know how many things?
I'm sorry, I don't go around correcting other adults.
Oh, man. Daily. My wife corrects me on how I say things daily.
I'd like to
She's
hear
like,
that.
I don't mean to be pejorative, Richard, but you're saying it wrong.
What do you say wrong, Rich? I've never heard you speak wrong.
What was the last thing I said?
Over pronunciating certain words from other countries.
I don't think she cares when I abbreviate.
Yeah, I mean, that's a healthy discussion, right? Like, otherwise you're just going to keep all your thoughts to yourself and be mad at the whole world if they don't do everything by your way. But anyways, look, besides all that, I'm just saying you wouldn't want to hang out again, like at all?
No, I think we're pretty clearly not a match. So, like, I'm good, but I wish you well. I hope there are not hard feelings.
Mm-hmm. It's too bad you guys couldn't go, get some Mexican food and order up some fajitas or something.
Vaginas? Where's this place?
Whoa.
I see where you were going. Like jalapenos, whatever.
Yeah, that would be good, too.
My favorite are the quesadillas. But,
He's got a good sense of humor.
Yeah, I think he's adorable.
I wouldn't know if he was serious if he said that. Like, it's just not a... Anyway.
I feel like grammar police can't be with people that even experiment with that kind of stuff at all. Like it just doesn't mesh.
Not a match. It's okay.
That's all right. Well, thank you guys for helping out.
Yeah, man. Totally. I think it's fun to speak wrong. You know what I mean?
Me too. It's one of my favorite things to do in the world.
See, so you kind of do it on purpose.
Yeah.
I speak 4 languages, so yeah.
You do?
Fun mixing things up.
What are some other languages you speak?
I speak Hindi, Urdu, Punjabi, English, all of those, yeah.
Dang. I didn't know Punjabi was a language.
So it's not that he's not an intelligent person, Rochelle. He's just having fun.
Is English your second language or your first language, Ben?
Grew up learning Hindi and English both.
Wow. Okay, so to me, that's you get a little bit of a leeway there when you have another language. Like I speak wrong sometimes. When I speak wrong and it's not on purpose, it's because my parents from 2 different countries and I learned to speak wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
Totally.
Well, I think you're missing out, Rochelle. But I get it too with your mom being an English professor.
Yeah, I don't think the energy, like I said, that the vibe is not there. So.
All right. Well, thanks for jumping on there with us. And Ben, thank you, man.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you, guys.
I'm glad we could help you out. All right, that's Second Date Update with Johnjay and Rich. Johnjay and Rich. So tomorrow at this time, we'll be giving away 4 tickets for Father's Day to the Diamondbacks. And we're going to do it probably tomorrow. We're probably going to do What Do You Wish You Didn't Know About Your Dad? All right. In an hour from now, we got Jessie J tickets. So, as you know, I like people that maybe say, as you know, and you really don't know. Maybe you don't know, but we do a thing called Stacks and Hacks. We do it like about 45 minutes ago. And I have all this information. And sometimes I see this information and I pull it aside and I like, this deserves to be highlighted by itself. And today I saw that. What I saw today was a list of words online that are trending. Words that sound naughty. Words that sound erotic, but they aren't. Okay, they are not. They're just real words, but they sound naughty. So I thought we'd go over them. So I sent the list to Nick. Nick took each word, either typed it out or wrote it out, and put it in an envelope. Peyton has those words in the envelope. I thought it'd be fun if we hear those words coming out of her mouth for the first time. So you rip the envelope open. Yeah, and we'll hear what the words are. So you just pronounce it the way you want to pronounce it, and then we will go over whether it's, cause it does, apparently they are words that sound dirty, but they are not.
Fair enough.
Peyton, whenever you're ready. Envelope number 1.
I have them all right here. There's 5 of these? Okay. Dongle. I know what a dongle is. It's like a little dongle thing.
It's pretty fun when Peyton says it.
It's like a little transitioner, yeah.
Just the way you said dongle was fantastic. Dongle is a device that can be plugged into a hardware port on a computer. Dongle.
Dongle. Okay. Homo erectus. What?
Do you know?
That sounds very dirty to me.
It sounds dirty, right? But do you know what it is?
Just a first upright walking man.
The
isn't it?
first human species to evolve a human-like body and gait. You are such a Homo erectus.
You're doing
Richard.
so good at this, Peyton.
Thanks. Okay. Shall we move on to the next?
Yeah.
Nick really has these things
Sealed
in here. Penal code. Penile code?
Penal code.
Is it penile code or penal code?
Oh, that's Rich. Rich is Penal. How do you say that? Penal.
Penal.
Penal code.
Penal code is a document that complies all of a jurisdiction's criminal law. You're a criminal law major.
I actually do recognize that word, that phrase.
The penile code is in Egypt.
Is that denial is a river? That was actually really funny, Rich.
Whoa.
Is this the last one?
Deserves a lot more credit. No, there's two more.
Okay, good. Yay, there's two more. Words that sound dirty, but they're not.
Uvula.
That's an all-timer.
So dumb. Okay.
Do you know what a uvula is?
I've heard of it. I don't know. Tell us the definition, Johnjay.
What do you think it is?
A uvula? I
Yeah.
think that's the thing that hangs in the back of your throat.
The little fleshy hanging ball in the back of your throat.
It's starting to sound dirty now.
Sounds very dirty.
Okay.
This is the last one?
Let's see. Is it a good one?
Grand finale.
I'm not saying it.
Well, it's not dirty.
Cockles.
What? I don't even see that one on here. Oh, yeah, here it is.
Those are words that are dirty.
You know what cockles are?
No.
Cockles are small edible mollusks similar to clams.
Okay.
Cockles.
You can order those at a restaurant? You can order those?
Take the cockles, please.
Hey, but hey,
With a side
man,
of chips.
we're not that kind of restaurant.
This was funny. You were right, Johnjay. You were right.
You did a fabulous job, Peyton.
Thank
Way to
you.
go.
Thank you. I hope I didn't butcher those words too bad.
But guess what? We got enough to do some more tomorrow.
Oh, great. Can't wait.
Another thing that's on my list from Stacks and Hacks never got to. It says 5% of American adults have never visited another U.S. state. And apparently 16% of American adults say they've been to 30 or more states. I've never really paid attention or counted. Have
My
you guys?
sister has her bucket list is 50 before 50. So she wants to go to all 50 states before she turns 50.
That'd be cool.
How far is she?
I think she travels a lot. So she's a lot closer than she needs to be at this point.
You know, when my wife and I, we were married, before we had kids, we were like trying to put together, drive everywhere and go everywhere and then collect the magnet from every place, and you build the United States.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
right. And I was like, this is cool, let's do it. And I know we got nowhere near.
Three. You got three states.
There's Arizona, Oregon, California, Texas.
You're good.
Yeah.
Got the big ones.
Yeah.
So
50 states, all 50 states.
I thought you were looking at you had something else on your computer there.
Yeah, I got 1,000 things on my computer. I'm moving 100 miles an hour.
With my story. Okay, so when it comes to the map, I don't know if you guys would be able to decipher what states are what. I've never been good at geography. It's like the one class in high school I got a C in, and it was like I got all straight A's other than geography. All A's, geography a C. And I proved it because like towards the end of the school year, Addie was learning her states. That's where she is in school. And she's like, Mom, I have this program. Can I look at it on your computer? And it's basically where I print out the empty United States and I have to fill in the states and then you see how many you get.
Oh, I
but it's on
remember
the
that.
computer. And I'm like, yeah, sure, totally. So she does it and in like less than a minute, she gets all the states. I'm like, that's pretty impressive. She's like, now it's your turn. I'm like, nah, I don't think so, kid. I don't think so. I already know that's not my strong suit, but okay, let's give it whatever. Okay, I'll do it. So I start doing it, and like the timer's just like going on and on, because what it does is you drag the name of the state to where it is, and then it goes right or wrong. And I keep dragging the names of the states. It's like,
And she's watching.
And she's watching. She's like, geez, Mom, you're really terrible at this. I'm like, thank you. I already knew that, which is why I said no.
That's why she slammed the door on you. She I can get away with this.
Has she learned the 50 States song yet? So she's singing it like no other?
She wasn't singing it, no. But you know what? She honestly has, like, I feel like she has a photographic memory. I don't think she does, but she has, like, no issues with memory. So, like, the minute she learned the states, she already knew them. And I have like, every inkling to believe she will just remember them the rest of her life. I know at one point I learned them and I passed the test, but clearly not that well, and there was no retention of it. None.
It gets really confusing over on the East Coast where they're all really tiny.
They're so small.
And then there's a couple
like
in the middle.
Sure.
I lived in Ohio for 2 years, and I can't find it on the map.
Ohio and Indiana mess me up over there. Nebraska, I can't get down.
And I remember I lived in Ohio and Cincinnati, and we would go across the river to Kentucky a lot. Like simple. It's like driving from here to Chandler. You go get something to eat in Kentucky. And we go to Kentucky. I can't find Kentucky on the map.
I'm doing it. I'm like, I feel like I've never felt so dumb before. Like, both my kids, even Easton, who's 7, he's like, Mom, I think I could get more states than you. I'm like, probably.
And then you go to like the Four Corners, right? That's up here.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know it's New Mexico.
I could do those ones.
So what else?
New Mexico, Arizona, Colorado, and
Utah.
Oh, those are Four Corners?
Yeah.
Oh, I figured Nevada would be in there. No?
She said Nevada.
Oh, you said Nevada?
Yeah.
Colorado? Where?
Utah.
Not California? There's not 5 corners?
Arizona.
Not 5 corners?
Arizona, Utah, Colorado, Nevada.
Oh, wait, isn't it New Mexico?
New Mexico.
That's 5 corners.
I'm saying.
Arizona, New Mexico. Colorado,
Don't be such a dongle, Kyle.
Is that it? Don't ask me. I'm the one getting 0% on the states. This is terrible.
Jessie J announced her tour is stopping at the Van Buren November 19th. We got your free tickets in less than 45 minutes. First, though, we are going to get some entertainment news. Kyle Payner spilling the tea on Chaperone. The Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni saga, right? I understand it's a little bit different than what you all think it is, right?
Yeah,
clickbait.
there's a twist.
I think we all fell for some clickbait yesterday. We'll get to that. That's next. Johnjay and Rich.
Missed a part of the show this morning? No worries. It's all there on iHeartRadio.
Lots of entertainment news to get to. Kyle Payton.
So get this. The headlines yesterday said a judge dismissed Baldoni's case against Blake Lively, and Blake's statement on social media was like, oh, this is so fabulous. It may have had you thinking that the drama between her and Justin Baldoni was over, and Blake won. Oh, no. Au contraire, mon frère. So Baldoni's lawyer, Brian Friedman, he put out a statement that was basically saying, like, hold my beer. I don't think Blake taking a victory lap should happen just yet because we are not done. The judge only dismissed the defamation claims. But get this, the judge actually invited them, Justin Baldoni and his lawyers, to amend 4 out of the 7 of the other claims against Blake, which means they get to go back, gather more evidence, and essentially like re-strategize their attack. The real kicker here is that Baldoni's lawyer is totally gunning for Blake's deposition. He is basically saying, like, we have facts on our side. I'm personally going to make sure she is on the stand spilling the tea. And so if you thought the legal drama between them is over, it is not.
Hey, where did it start? Did it start with her filing a complaint against him and him countersuing, or him?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And the judge said the defamation lawsuit couldn't go through, and so threw that out, but without prejudice, which means they can refile, which is what they're planning on doing. Meanwhile, in the Diddy trial, the judge denied, again for the second time, a mistrial. And I thought it was interesting because in his monologue last night, hosting the BET Awards, Kevin Hart did Kevin Hart things and kind of hinted at the whole Diddy drama.
Tonight, I will do my part. Everybody will get flowers. I'll do my part to make sure that I put us on a high pedestal, man. Also, I'm going to do my part. I'm shutting down the idea of after parties. No after parties tonight, okay? None. Take home after this. That's why I did it on a Monday. We're learning a lot about people, ain't we? We're learning a lot.
kind of mentioned the baby oil a little bit in there, too.
Yeah, did you guys see that he also slammed Kanye?
What do you say about Kanye?
Okay, so that movie called Sinners that stars Michael B. Jordan, it's basically about vampires, right? And a big plot point is how vampires have to be invited into the house. And so Kevin Hart is like, if Kanye West is out there, don't let him in. He's going to bite everybody and have him be included in their cult. I was like, oh my gosh, Kevin Hart.
I know, he was like uncensored, unhinged. As far as who won, it was really no surprise. The big winner was Kendrick Lamar. He brought home 5 awards, including Album of the Year, something he said he was incredibly grateful for.
I ain't been here in a long time, but I always kept in my heart, BET always make sure that they represent the culture right. God, first and foremost, my company, PG Lane, says in the crowd, we on tour right now. Please come to the show. Yeah, and all that. We're going to keep this thing going. I appreciate y'all. Love and respect to BET. Thank you every time.
We saw SZA and Kendrick Lamar's Canada sales dropped drastically by like hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Canada sales?
So they got to push it. They got to be like, come to the show.
That's Drake's territory.
Yeah. Jamie Foxx, Snoop Dogg, Mariah Carey, they all were honored with Ultimate Icon Awards as well. So congratulations goes to them. Now, Chappell Roan, she's still at that big music festival in Barcelona, and on stage she had, I guess she had her people talk to her fans and ask who they wanted her to roast. So on stage, she literally roasted fans' exes that were in the audience.
First ex's name is Tim. He only knew how to use his fingers to play video games. One, hooked up with my mom. They are all in the crowd tonight.
I'm going to start booing
That's
everyone.
amazing.
Oh my gosh. The booing went the opposite way for Miley Cyrus, who was at it was like her album drop. She dropped something beautiful, and these fans paid all kinds of money to get into this event. She was just talking about the album, and the fans started to get antsy, like, are you gonna maybe sing a little bit? Like, are you gonna, is there gonna be music involved? And they actually started heckling her and pressured her into singing part of The Climb.
Are you actually gonna sing? Please!
Kaylee.
Hi.
I got your text. Tell us your story.
Oh my gosh, I just had to share this with you guys. So I was running late for work as usual, and I skipped breakfast, and I was starving. So at a red light, I noticed there was a granola bar in my bag, and so I quickly grabbed it and took a bite, only to realize it was actually a dog treat I'd stuffed in there a few days ago.
And delicious?
It was. Well, I mean, I guess it was, like classic breakfast flavors, because it was like bacon and cheese. But I was just like, it was just, the texture was off, and I was just like, this is not for me. This is for my 2 precious babies, but boosted chutney. And I was like, I'm sure the person next to me thought I was like a crazy person because it's so dry. I don't know if you guys have eaten a dog treat before.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's so funny is a couple years ago, my dad and my stepmom were staying with us, and I got home from work one day, and she goes, "Hey, I think those cookies you have in there, they're not good anymore." So I threw them out. I was like, "What cookies?" And she's like, "The cookies, they're like round and they're." I'm like, "That's Daisy's food. Those are not cookies. Let's get them out of the trash because they're not bad. They're just not what you thought."
I feel like I was going to say the dog food. Like I was just telling this to my son last night when I was feeding the dogs. Wet canned dog food. I love the smell. Of I love it. Like Alpo or whatever dog ever since I was a kid when I used to have to feed our dogs. And I, at one point in my life, tried it a couple times. And I've tried the dog treats and I've tried dry dog food. And it's not bad. It just doesn't have seasoning. It's just plain.
Salt.
It's like, sometimes I feed my dogs. So I'm like, what is with you? How do you not? Like, how are you so excited to eat the same thing every day? Like, you need something a little different, like a salt and pepper. Just salt and pepper.
Something.
Huh?
I said something.
Something, but they don't. And it's like this wet dog food. I want to make a human version of it that I can eat that tastes good.
Like
it
canned
looks good.
chicken?
That's a sloppy Joe.
It's a little different. I don't know. I want it to be in the shape of a can.
Get canned chicken or canned tuna.
Chili, like caramel chili.
Right, or something like that. But this actually has me LOLing because I know, Kyle, you were there. Johnjay and Rich, you weren't. But at Love Pup Dog Moms event this year, there was this table that had all of these, like, beautiful looking cookies. They were like, they had like Love Pup across them. They had these little like paw prints on them, and people were eating them like they were cookies, and they were 100% dog treats. And so I was just like looking from a distance. I'm like, who's going to eat another dog treat?
What a fun event for you. Just that alone.
I enjoyed it.
Oh, Kaylee, thanks for sharing that story with us.
Oh, you bet. Bye-bye.
And speaking of Love Pup, I just got the text that we are 100% at capacity right now at the Love Pup Shelter. So if you're looking for a dog, for a puppy, we got a bunch of puppies. We got a bunch of different kinds of dogs.
Those puppies are so
They're
cute.
so cute. And they need homes. And, we don't ever charge an adoption fee. So go to Love Pup Foundation on Instagram or Love Pup Foundation on Facebook or lovepupfoundation.org online and fill out an application request, and we'll interview you and you can get a dog. Johnjay and Rich, we need a contestant. We got tickets to see Jessie J on the line, 877-937-1047. While we wait for a contestant to play the game, Peyton, what are you watching on TV?
So I watched this new movie. It's #1 on Netflix right now. It's called Straw. It's a Tyler Perry movie, and it stars Taraji P. Henson and Tiana Taylor. And it's really good.
It looks very serious, actually.
It is very serious. It's one of those movies where it's like it pulls at your heartstrings in so many different ways, and it has you on your toes the entire time. It's basically a single mom whose daughter is super sick, and she's just trying to make ways, right? And things just do not go her way. And so I see this movie and I'm like, okay, I want to watch this, but my fiance Kadeem, he's at work, so he's not able to be here. I'm going to wait until tonight. I think this is something he'd want to watch. So I wait, and I'm telling him, hey, let's watch this movie. And he's like being a total punk about it. He was like, I don't want to watch that. That's sad. I don't want to watch it. And I was like, whatever. We're watching the movie. We're 2 minutes in. Oh my gosh, you guys. This man ruined the plot twist for me, because apparently he's on that side of TikTok where this movie is. I haven't seen any information on it, just the little caption, and he's been all over TikTok on Straw, and so he ruined the movie for me.
Oh,
ruined
no.
it.
You mean it's a movie that can be ruined? It's like a Sixth Sense where it's like, he was dead the whole time.
Absolutely.
She's rich the whole time.
I'm not telling
It's
you.
not her daughter.
Oh, that'd be
I'm telling
crazy.
you, it's actually really good. It's super sad. I cried a couple times because it's really hard to see Taraji P. Henson like act her ass off in it. But I was so mad at him, and then he didn't realize like why I was so mad at him. And I wasn't really mad when he ruined it at first. I was mad when I finished the movie and I knew that he was right. And then I went to bed mad because I was like, you don't understand.
Because you wanted to reach that plot twist on your own.
On my own. And if I would have reached that plot twist on my own, Kyle would have made that movie even 10 times better. But
So
he
is it worth
ruined
watching?
it.
Should we watch it?
I actually think it's worth watching. It is a phenomenal movie. It's great acting. It's one of those movies where it's like you hate some of the characters because they just do so good.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, well, here's what we'll do. We're going to play a game, and after the game, then, there's a list I saw of great movies that completely fall apart at the end. They're saying, did these movies, like, why did this happen?
A lot of Stephen King movies are like that for me, where it's like so compelling, but he just doesn't have an ending.
Well, I don't think his movie's in the top 10.
Yeah,
but there's a movie up here that when I tell it to you, you're going to go, oh my God, why did that happen? It's a big one. It just threw me off completely when I just read it. But first, let's play the game. Yolanda.
Hey, hi, good morning.
Hi, Yoli. We're going to play. You're going to play for Jessie J tickets, okay?
Okay.
What game we play, Nick?
You guys, today we're playing a game called 135, featuring the music of people whose names start with J.
Okay.
Because they're Jessie J tickets.
Let's do it.
Okay, does that make sense? So this is how the game works, Yolanda. You get a variety of chances at points, right? I'm going to play 1 second of a song. If you can get it at 1 second, you get 3 points.
Nick, your clues are all the Wu-Tang Clan clues up here still.
Are you looking at the page that says 135?
I'm looking at the Knicks games
Richard.
page. Okay, now I got you.
You dongle.
Okay.
You dongleberry.
I didn't know we had a 135 page. That's amazing.
Surprise. Yeah, and then so forth and so on and so forth and so on. It'll be so much fun for everybody involved, okay? We're going to start with Johnjay.
If you having girl...
Starts with a Jay-Z. Jay-Z, 99 Problems.
Jay-Z, 99 Problems. 3 points for Johnjay.
Yeah, no! JC, as my dad calls it.
Just starting off strong. Richard.
I can't stop the feeling. Of course, that is Justin Timberlake.
Justin
From
Timberlake.
the Trolls movie, Can't Stop the Feeling.
Yeah, okay, 3 points for Rich as well. Yolanda, extremely intimidated starting the game off.
It's a really good start.
Oh, my God.
All right, so Johnjay, 3 points. Rich, 3 points. Peyton.
It just takes some time to get... Jimmy Eats World. Just take some time to eat the world.
Okay, should I be more, specific with her answer? Because it's not Jimmy Eats World.
Because
Jimmy Eat World, bro. Stop being
I'm impressed that she knew that.
It's pretty good.
Let me tell you, so am I. And I'm also very disappointed.
I only know that song because I share an office with you for the last 4 years. I do not claim that.
Okay, so 3 points for Peyton. She got Mace's very own Jimmy World there. Good job. Kyle!
I want to dance with somebody.
It does sound like that.
That sound like that.
Yeah.
I know that's not it. I know that's not it.
Wow. Until this very moment.
I think that's Jason Derulo.
Yeah. You can have the 3 second, too.
I know, but everyone else got it in 1 second, so now I feel the pressure.
Okay.
I know it's Jason Derulo, and I can't remember the song title, but do I still get a point if I guess that? I mean, how many do you need to get? Jason Derulo.
Jason Derulo is correct. Yeah, good job, Kyle. 3 points. Man, undefeated thus far this round. The pressure is on for Yolanda.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
It's hard on the phone. It's hard on the phone.
Oops, yeah, can you hear it again?
Yeah, she can. You can, or you can go on to 3 seconds, whatever you want.
Can I hear it again? Oh, my God. Justin Timberlake?
Oh, you were close.
Okay, you're close. Do you want the 3 second clue?
Yes.
Is it too late now to say sorry?
Is it Jason Derulo?
No, not Jason Derulo
Yolanda's just
either.
remembering all the answers from earlier.
She just replays it.
Is it Jimmy Eats World?
That's Jay-Z. It's Jay-Z.
Okay, Yolanda, you get the 5-point question. 5 second clue now.
Is it too late now to say sorry? 'Cause
I don't know his name.
You're breaking my heart, Yolanda.
I believe she's looking for
Justin
Bieber.
Justin Bieber, pop
Justin
star.
Bieber.
Wow, okay. I am sorry, Yolanda. You goose egged that round, but you have time to redeem yourself in round 2. Johnjay goes first.
I don't get stressed.
Oh, man.
All of our faces in here.
Yeah. I don't know if I would have gotten that one.
Let me hear 3 seconds.
I don't get stressed. It's gonna get figured out.
Oh, I know that one.
You do?
Oh, listen to them.
You do too.
I do?
Yeah.
Sounds like it is
Jonas
Brothers.
Jonas Brothers is correct. 2 points for Johnjay, taking commanding lead with 5 points. Richard.
Tell me how.
Such a good song.
No way.
Friend
Come
of
on,
the
you know
show.
this.
You're
You
so
know
cap
this.
right now. You know this
You
song.
know this.
I need to hear the 3.
Okay, go to 3.
No. I know
Go
it.
to the 3.
Shame.
Tell me how I'm supposed to breathe with no air.
Oh, that is Phoenix's own Jordan Sparks.
Jordan Sparks.
With No Air featuring Chris Brown.
Mm-hmm. Breezy's in that as well. His name.
Oh, that 1 second fooled me, Nick.
His
Fooled
name
me.
doesn't start with J though, so you get 2 points.
Ah.
Okay, Peyton.
You're beautiful.
Oh my gosh, it's true. And I saw your face. Na, 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 na. I'm gonna say That is also Jimmy Eat World.
Okay.
Actually, I take that back because there's no way Jimmy Eat Worlds can drop a bop like that. Yes, I'm slamming you.
We don't have all
That
day.
is Journey.
Journey. Incorrect. Of course, everybody in the room, we are looking forward. 3, 2, 1. James Blunt.
I would have never gotten that in a minute.
0
Most annoying song of the 2000s.
Oh, poor. He says that as he's crying across the board for me. Kyle.
Cause I give you
all of me. That's John Legend.
John
Yes,
Legend.
yes,
Kyle in
yes.
the lead now. But Yolanda, if you could get this in 1 second, we're going to give you the tickets.
Oh my God. Okay.
It's not about the
Oh, it's not about the money. Jesse J.
Jesse J.
There we are.
Who'd have thunk it?
All right, Yolanda, you got a pair of tickets to see Jesse J. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
You got it. Hold on the line.
So cute.
All right, so I said I had this thing about movies that were the endings ruin the movie, right? It says, did these great movies completely fall apart after the end? And the one that threw me off was the movie Grease. You've all seen Grease?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what happens at the end?
Yeah.
What?
Like, isn't it supposed to be that Sandy's actually dead the whole time and that she goes into the car and that's going to heaven and that it was all a dream and she was in a coma?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What ruins it is why does the car fly?
Yeah, because she's
that
going
must
to
be
heaven.
the answer.
She's like in a coma the whole time and she imagines her
Why
life
do you think she's in a coma? Where'd that come from?
She drowns in the ocean in the beginning.
Stop!
I promise you, look it up.
I've seen that.
I
You
have
haven't
not
seen
seen
that theory?
No, but they're like, you're watching this great movie, all of a sudden the car takes off flying at the end.
Yes.
Because she
Sandy
died?
Yeah, she was dead the whole
Stop
time.
it!
So when he met her at the beach, he was sort of trying to save
Save
her.
her.
She nearly drowned.
Yes.
Man,
You guys
the
are
girl-
blowing my mind right
She
now.
nearly drowned,
You're
but
not
she's
gonna get to the rest of the
imagining.
list.
What?
Yeah.
Wow, I got all goosebumps. In fact, there's a sing-along at the theater downtown in Tucson. You can sing along with Grease. Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
Oh, that is fun.
ChatGPT says Sandy does not die in Grease.
Well, then why does the car take off?
I know, but
I
that's
like
just
the
a fan theory.
I like the theory.
It's a fan theory.
That
It's
theory
out
makes
there.
a lot of
It
sense.
does.
So
But it also doesn't make sense why the car fly. If it's not true, why would the car fly? At the
Grease
end?
Lightning's Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. It just
In
flies.
The Wizard of Oz says, I never forgave the movie for having it all turn out to be a dream. What was the point of it all then? It's all a dream.
Or was it?
The number one movie that says a great movie that falls apart at the end, I remember this movie. I don't remember the end. It's the movie Hancock with Will Smith.
Oh, I love that
It's a great movie.
I don't remember how it ended
says
either.
the movie took a 136-degree turn into some really weird tacked-on plot twists. I don't remember that. I don't know
remember
who
it
it was. Anyway, that's something interesting. Kyle's coming with 3 things you need to know.
Big changes are coming to your phone. I'll tell you what they are next with Johnjay and Rich.
Good morning. Wake up every morning. Start your day with Johnjay and Rich. I wake up with my favorite artist. Hey, this is Sabrina Carpenter.
What's up, guys? This is Post Malone.
It's Benson Boone, and you're waking up with Johnjay and Rich.
Kyle and Fug, what do you got for 3 things we need to know?
Apple just dropped a bunch of updates at their developer conference, changes that are coming to your phone. Basically, they are making all the software the same across every device, whether you have a watch or computer, whatever. All the software is going to be the same. It's going to be named after the year. They're done with the iOS, the Tiger, the whatever. You know, they have different names. Now it's going to be by year. So this new one will be something 26 because it'll be 2026.
I watched it all. It's like you can do the demo now or the beta now. So I think I'm going to do it to see how I like it, but it looks pretty.
Mm-hmm. It's being called Liquid Glass to make sure everything's super sleek. Live translation and text and speech is coming. Like Rich said, beta testing on the software has already started for the app developers. Everyday users will be able to start testing it in July. So unless you, Rich, are part of the app developer, you got to wait till July. The new platform will be available for everyone else this fall. So game 3 in the NBA Finals is tomorrow night. Right now it's tied between the Thunder and the Pacers. But it turns out the real emotional high in sports isn't the touchdown, it's the tailgate. A new study found fans' heart rates spiked more during pregame rituals like chants, fireworks, the opening numbers, the Star Spangled Banner or whatever, than during most of the game. It's all about that shared hype, the community of enjoying the team together and rooting for something with one common
Totally.
interest.
Have you guys seen the videos of how OKC and how the Pacers are putting shirts on the chairs so everyone matches?
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not wearing the shirt, the Jumbotron will come around and shame you into putting your shirt on. So you're basically rallying with
I would
everyone
hate
else
that.
in the arena. Yeah,
That's funny.
It's like, put your shirt on so you're matching everyone.
Why wouldn't you?
I
That's
know.
fun.
I know.
Okay. I want to go to a game now. I don't care which team. I just want a shirt. All right, so get this. Somebody actually invented pizza vodka. Not kidding. It's made with actual tomatoes, mozzarella, lots of herbs, and apparently it tastes like savory tomato sauce with baking dough. Caprese Martini, anyone? Could be your new favorite drink.
Nah,
I would be down.
I wouldn't.
I'm like, it could be interesting because it's not like vodka has to be sweet. You know what I mean? It seems like it's like a weird flavor that I feel like could go either way. So if you want a savory beverage, this may be for you. And that's 3 things you need to know.
You care about your health and what you put into your body. So why are you still using chemical toothpaste? David's toothpaste uses hydroxyapatite, the same material that your teeth and bones are naturally made from. David's revolutionary hydroxy formula works to remineralize and whiten your teeth without the need of fluoride, leaving your mouth feeling cleaner and fresher than you ever thought possible. Search David's toothpaste on Amazon or visit davids-usa.com, where you can use promo code FREESHIP on your first order.
This is Brent Wilsey, co-host of Smart Investing Show. Are you confused on how to invest your money? Not sure who to ask for advice? Do you want an unbiased opinion? I've been educating San Diegans for over 30 years on how to invest, and my son Chase joined as co-host of Smart Investing Show almost a decade ago, adding even more usable information.
This is Chase Wilsey. If you are looking to become a smarter investor, follow and listen to the Smart Investing Show with Brent and Chase Wilsey wherever you get your podcasts, or visit smartinvesting2000.com.
If my dog could talk, I bet he'd say,
I'm a cute dog. Oh boy, dinner time. Let's see. Oh wait, not this dry brown mystery kibble again. What even is this? Meat byproduct, butylated hydroxyanazole, red 40? Mom, Dad, would you eat this? I want real food. Fresh beef, sweet potatoes, green beans. That's why I need Just Food for Dogs. Go to justfoodfordogs.com now and get 50% off your first order. Come on, aren't I worth it?
Your joints and bones carry you through life. Take care of them with one of nature's most powerful supports. Azure Wells Cod Liver Oil is rich in vitamins A and D and packed with omega-3s to help strengthen bones, support mobility, and reduce inflammation from the inside out. It's our best-selling product for a reason. Visit AzureLivingWell.com, that's A-Z-U-R-E, livingwell.com, and give your bones and joints the support they deserve. These products have not been evaluated by the FDA and are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.